So what's up, people? Welcome to the What's Been Going On of this week from the 9th to the 15th of February. In this week that was Valentine's Day. But not only that, I got the results from my first semester, which were, they were a bit heated. This week was like a bit boring since I mostly spent it on things relating to school, like Tuesday I had a presentation on business ethics. Wednesday I had another presentation on research in finance. And then on Wednesday, we found out who passed and who didn't pass, but we didn't have the grades. And then on Thursday, I finally got the grades. And then, like, Friday was, like, 4 seconds. And then, like, Saturday was Valentine's Day. So it was, like, I was mostly occupied most of the week in stuff that, in school stuff. It was too much school stuff. I had 2 presentations back to back, and they were not like Monday and Friday, so you can like prepare the one on Monday and have like some days for the one on Friday. They're like consecutive. They love doing consecutive things. We had one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday, and the one on Wednesday, I was way less good than the one on, like, it was way more difficult than the one on Tuesday. Like ethics, but as well ethics class, it's in English, so I have a little advantage over there. But the Wednesday class, it was research in finance, and it was a very theoretical term. I forgot what it. I still have it in mind, but it was in French. But it was like very scientifical. It was very theory, lots of articles. The teacher, it's way more serious. So you have to be like more professional. Plus, it was in French, so it was like, and that one you really had to prepare it. And the one on Tuesday, I could just like not prepare it too much, which is sort of what I did, but. As well, like my classmates were a bit angry at me because of the one on Tuesday. They wanted to meet up after school on Monday, which is we ended super late on Monday, and they wanted to meet up, and then like we had the presentation 9 a.m. I was like, whoa, chill. So what I did was that I didn't want to show up after school, so they were a bit pissed off. But then on Tuesday morning, I gave a good presentation, and it was great. But then I was a bit scared because then I was like, okay, well, now the one of Wednesday, I really need to meet up with my group because this is, like, I haven't prepared it yet. I prepared it literally on Tuesday, the one, like, for the day before. And then we have the luck that the class in the afternoon gets canceled. So we used that, like, in the afternoon after lunch to prepare that, which was good. Then we did the presentation, which as well is the head of our master. And he, like, we had to receive the grades last week, but we didn't receive them. He explained, like, document bureaucratic stuff, and we didn't receive them yet. But he said, hey, if you want, we can tell you if you passed or not. I was like, real? Like, the whole class was like, what? And then then he said, like, the people who wanted to asked if they had passed or not, and I passed, and I was like, whoa, this is very good. So then I gave the presentation. Presentation was not that good, but at least I had passed like the semester before, so that was great. And then I met up with my buddy Silvan. Haven't seen him in weeks. I met up with Silvan and Hugo. We had some drinks as well. I got home a bit late. Nelma was a bit angry at that. I was like telling them, like, dudes, I need to go back home like right now. They're like, nah, hell, like they wanted me to stay until like freaking 2 a.m. on a Wednesday, because that's how it goes sometimes. But so I knew that I passed the semester, which already is good. Like, it's so good passing it. And then I received the grades on Thursday. And the grades were not that good. But I passed it. A lot of people didn't pass. Well, not a lot. Well, people, like, we're 20. One dude dropped out. One is, like, not even here. Like, we're, like, 17 right now. Out of those 17, like a considerable percentage didn't pass. So it was a bit sad. I had a friend that didn't pass. It was a bit sad as well. But I passed not by a lot. I got two good grades. We had nine subjects. I had two that I think were good. The other ones they were not that good. But as well, I passed. Well, fiscal law. I passed it with the minimal grade. But I thought it was, well. It is the exam I studied the most. But as well, for me at least, it is what I think it's the most difficult class. So but it's the exam I thought went the worst, which was not the case. The exams that went the worst were the two exams I did in the last day, which I was like, I didn't sleep. I was not eating. I was like a walking zombie by then. I was waking up at 4 a.m. every day to study. We had seven exams. Yeah, seven exams in 3 days. No, in 4 days. And then the last day I was just like, I couldn't. I was not sleeping that much. I was a bit sick, and both of those exams went very bad, which were the only two subjects I didn't pass. Economics was, you chose as well. It was a bit sad because econ, like out of the whole seven subjects of the exams, was the easiest subject, and I got the worst grade there because I just didn't study too much, well, at all. And I was sick. I couldn't really think. I wanted, like, the exam was 3 hours long. I like at 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, I just wanted to get out. I got out like 2 hours. Like, usually I stayed until the end for all the exams, and that one I didn't. It showed in the grade, and as well the one I had in the afternoon on Thursday. But that was very difficult. It was not as easy as econ. But it sucks a bit. It sucks that I didn't do that well in those two exams. But I passed fiscal law, which is crazy. I thought that was the one I did the worst, and it is a subject I studied the most. Like in maths and in corporate finance, I did very well. But like, yeah, like it was, because it's just numbers. So if you get, it's just, there's no subjectivity to it. But law, it's not just like, yeah, you need to get to this number and that's it, and this is the result. Like, law, it's hard. Like, you need to formulate well. And I did half of the, well, I did like the exam is 3 hours long. I did half an hour of the exam. I was like, because it's a dissertation, so they give you a paper and then you have to write the answers in another thing. And when they gave it to me, I was like, okay, well, this is a bit harsh. But then I started writing the answers, and I read back the answers like half an hour in. This is trash. This is complete, like, this is the subject I've studied the most. This is complete trash. So I raised my hand. I was like, this is trash. Can I have a new one? And they broke the exam in front of me. Then I had to restart. So I had 2 hours and a half instead of 3 hours that everybody had, which is like, oh no. And then I freaked out. I was like a bit of panicking going on as well. It's the exam I have studied the most, but it's the most difficult one, I think. And at the end I was like, yeah, this is by far the exam I did the worst because it's the most difficult one. And I passed it with a middle grade, but I passed it. You may be asking yourselves, why are you so happy you passed an exam? In France, law, well, at least in my city, this is the third best. I think it's the third best university of law in France. I don't study law, but the faculty, we have the same teachers as the faculty of law. This is a very, like, passing, it's hardcore. Like, in the first year, I have no idea. I think there's like 1,000 places, only like 200 or like 300 passed to the second year. Law, it's hardcore. Like, passing in law is hardcore, and I'm doing a master, so like passing law at master, it was a nice surprise. It was a nice surprise. I think those are, like, law and accounting are the two subjects that are the most important, in my opinion, of my education. There have been the two most difficult ones, but they're the two you learn the most. So that's very good. But I passed it. I was happy. I was happy. I was not the highest grade of my class, but I passed it. So already passing it is very good. We're out of 17. Not everybody passed. And I don't know. I just thought about it for a while. But then it was Valentine's Day. It was on Saturday, so I had to plan it. I had to go to class on Friday. I don't know. I think I had I had English class, which is it's nice, but you know, um, yeah. I spent English class thinking, oh, what should I do on Valentine's Day? So I did what I had to do. I did a brunch. Well, I had thought about it before, so I did brunch and a little card. Nelma was happy, it was good. And then we got an ice cream in the city center, which was great as well. And then, yes, Sunday happened. I didn't really do much on Sunday. Sunday was really a chill day, but I don't know, like the grades, the presentations, all of this was a bit hardcore. But now we don't have any more classes for 2 weeks. We have the asynchronic week. So I'm very happy about it. So I think I have to enjoy passing the first semester, and as well I need to concentrate right now because I need to pass a hardcore, a certification in June, and I have exams on May, and I'm going back home on April. So it's like, uh, I need to plan the next weeks a bit more specifically. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching the What's Been Going On of this week, and see you next week with the next What's Been Going On. Bye.